Hello. Welcome to Wildfire, a show by, about, and for women. The name of this show is inspired by this book, Wildfire by Sonia Johnson. The subtitle is Igniting the Shevolution. It is my view that we are in deep trouble on this planet, and the primary reason why we're in trouble is because women are completely and totally disrespected around the world. And when women are disrespected, all life is disrespected. And on this show, we want to talk about the truth about what is going on that you don't see in the media, that you don't see on the covers of newspapers, that you don't see in magazines, that you don't see on talk shows, that you certainly don't see on television. Many people probably don't know what an empowered woman is. And that's because women have not been allowed to take up space for probably about 5,000 years. So the oppression that's on the planet, racism, sexism, all the isms, is born out of the oppression of women. And until people really understand that and really get it, not much is going to change. We can protest wars, we can be peace activists, all those things are great. However, if we don't go to the root of the problem, not much is going to change. So what does it mean, going to the root of the problem? It means igniting a she-volution. It means coming into right understanding of the effects of treating women as second-class citizens globally. This is globally. And you might think that because we live in America, that we do not suffer that situation. And you would be not correct in thinking that. The oppression of women here looks different than the oppression of women in, say, for instance, third world countries, where you have, for instance, in Sudan, you have out and out slavery. You have the sexual slave trade market. The kind of oppression that women experience here is not visible like that. The institution of marriage and how that really does oppress women, even though you might not think so, even though you might be feeling outraged by that, by hearing that the current ruling paradigm on the planet is referred to as patriarchy. Rule by men, for men. That is what we live in. We live in a patriarchy. And you may not think it's so bad, because look at all the good things that we have. Look at all the good things that we can do. In this country, that's true. We have more freedoms than other countries. However, most of them are ruled by patriarchs and patriarchal form of government, which isn't really a form of government, it's a form of domination. There is a spiritual teaching that says you can know a people by how the women are treated. Helen Caldicott, a well-known pediatrician from Australia, well-known activist, peace activist, pediatrician, a brilliant woman, wrote a book called Missile Envy. So I would just leave that to you to figure out exactly what these wars might be about. And the war really, at its root, is a war against women. So when you have a war against women, the very essence of who gives life, the very essence of who gives life, when there's a war against that essence, the people involved in that are in deep mental illness, a deep psychosis. We are experiencing a collective near-death experience. And we need to do something different. We need to shift the paradigm, and women will be the leaders of that. And women lead very differently. And women who are freed from the shackles of oppression understand their true nature and want to create beauty and peacefulness and compassion, to create a world like that. There is a knowing that's going on, and we all might just as well be aware of it and join in with it and not fight it, because it is emerging. It is something that can never, ever be done away with. Though this paradigm tries, it's not possible to do away with it. This is Leslene de la Madre, your host for Wildfire. See you next week.